Look who Trump just sent to every racist college campus in America. He's not messing around. There's currently an all-out war being perpetrated onto the white race, as rabid liberal professors across American universities continue to push their disgusting rhetoric about white privilege and white guilt down the throats of our young people. White students are constantly singled out and attacked for the color of their skin, where whites are now being excluded as black-only restaurants, graduation ceremonies, and campus housing are popping up all over these Marxist-led universities. In the wake of another college banning whites from certain areas of the campus, President Trump has finally had enough. He's now taking these racist colleges and universities head-on, that are merely institutes for racial discrimination against whites. It's important to note that only 5% of the white population even owned slaves, yet the entire white race continues to be demonized for something they had absolutely nothing to do with over 200 years ago. America has gone above and beyond the call of duty to rewrite the wrongs of history. Just take a look at all the special programs that were created just for blacks, and the organizations like the NAACP that was established to constantly look out for the best interests of African Americans. But lately, the pendulum swung to the opposite end of the spectrum, and now reverse racism is becoming an epidemic in this country, as hate crimes on white people and white cops are at an all-time high. Part of the reverse racism we're seeing play out in America is black applicants at colleges being automatically chosen over whites, despite the outstanding credentials and GPA the white prospective white student might have over their black competitor. President Trump realizes how whites are being unfairly discriminated against, and is now sending his Department of Justice in to investigate these race-based discrimination practices at colleges and universities. The Times was out in full force whining over the news, where liberals predictably began to slam President Trump as a racist. They reported, "The Trump administration is preparing to redirect resources of the Justice Department's Civil Rights Division toward investigating and suing universities over affirmative action admissions policies deemed to discriminate against white applicants," according to a document obtained by the New York Times. The document, an internal announcement to the Civil Rights Division, seeks current lawyers interested in working for a new project on investigations and possible litigation related to intentional race-based discrimination in college and university admissions. The announcement suggests that the project will be run out of the division's front office, where the Trump administration's political appointees work, rather than its Educational Opportunities section, which is run by career civil servants and normally handles work involving schools and universities. The document does not explicitly identify whom the Justice Department considers at risk of discrimination because of affirmative action admissions policies. But the phrasing it uses, intentional race-based discrimination, cuts to the heart of programs designed to bring more minority students to university campuses. It's so great to finally have a president that isn't afraid to stand up and call out corruption when he sees it, unlike the race-baiting moron we had previously, who spent his entire tenure as president creating a full-blown race war. Of course, liberals wasted no time calling Trump a white supremacist over his decision, as it's their second favorite buzzword next to Nazi. Here's a few of the leftist meltdowns on Twitter, led civil rights lawyer Lisa Bloom. "It's high freaking time we have someone looking out for the interest of white Americans, as this is the most heavily targeted and demonized group in our country today." Over the past several months, Evergreen College in Olympia, Washington, has been making headlines after a series of disgusting videos surfaced of the terror that black students and liberals were inflicting on white students and teachers. You might recall the story about a month ago where black students organized a day without whites on campus where they were forcibly removing whites from campus, going from building to building and gang-sized elements screaming alarming racist-filled tirades into white people's faces, demanding that whites immediately vacate the campus. Here's a clip below if you're not familiar with what happened. If you're white, don't ever let anyone demonize you for the color of your skin. It's important to realize that this disgusting anti-white rhetoric that's being pushed at these colleges is being motivated by the white genocide movement that's sweeping across our country, where liberals celebrate the fact that whites will be the minority in several short decades. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe Breaking News 365 channel. Goodbye and see you again.